Over a single weekend, thieves emptied an underground vault built to be entirely impenetrable, stealing well over $100 million in valuables. They left no physical trace, and they never triggered a single alarm. The target was the Antwerp Diamond District, a dense 3-square-block neighborhood in Belgium. It handles roughly $50 billion worth of gems every single year, making it the absolute center of the global diamond trade. At the center of this district sits the Antwerp Diamond Center. 2 floors underground is a vault protected by 10 independent layers of security, including a 3-ton steel door. The wealth concentrated inside was so massive that insurance companies flat out refused to offer collective coverage for the space. Because security experts deemed the vault practically perfect, the merchants storing their diamonds inside felt perfectly safe. But that absolute trust in high-tech engineering left them completely blind to the threat of patient human deception. The operation began more than 2 years before the actual robbery. An Italian thief named Leonardo Notarbartolo, known as the Artist, rented an office in the Diamond Center. He posed as a legitimate gem importer, creating a flawless long-term cover story. Because he was a paying tenant, building management gave Notarbartolo routine access to the vault. He used a camera hidden in a briefcase to photograph the security systems, map the guard patrols, and repeatedly watch the staff enter the vault's combination code, a mechanical lock with 100 million possible variations. Leonardo Notarbartolo wasn't working alone. He was part of an elite Italian burglary ring called the School of Turin. Using his smuggled photographs and measurements, the team built a full-scale working replica of the vault in a remote location in Italy. They rehearsed every single step of the break-in until their timing was perfect. You cannot drill or blast your way into a 10-layer underground fortress. The only way to defeat a system designed to keep criminals out is to spend years convincing the guards to politely hold the door open for you. The team chose the weekend of February 15, 2003, for a very specific reason. Antwerp was hosting the Proximus Diamond Games, a major professional tennis tournament featuring Venus Williams. With police and public attention diverted to the packed stadium, the Diamond District was uniquely quiet. Late Saturday night, the crew bypassed the Diamond Center's main entrance entirely. They picked the lock of an adjacent building, crossed a shared garden, and used a pre-staged ladder to climb through a second-floor window. Once inside, they placed plastic bags over security cameras and crept down into the basement. Before they could touch the vault door, they had to deal with a magnetic field alarm. This diagram illustrates the system. A continuous electrical circuit runs between 2 metal plates. If the door opens and the plates separate, the circuit breaks, and the alarm triggers instantly. Days earlier, the team loosened screws on these plates and held them with tape. Now, the genius slid a custom aluminum tool between them, bridging the gap and keeping the current flowing as they pulled the plates apart. The building's computer registered the vault door as firmly closed. It proved a terrifying reality for the security industry. Any electronic system, no matter how advanced, has a physical vulnerability if a thief has enough time to study its wiring. With the magnetic alarm neutralized, the genius entered the exact combination code Notarbartolo had memorized. Another team member, a master forger known only as the King of Keys, inserted a flawlessly duplicated key. The massive steel door swung open, but the interior of the vault was rigged with military-grade infrared heat detectors and a Doppler radar motion sensor. These systems were designed to pick up the body heat and movement of any living thing that stepped inside. The team had a ridiculously simple solution. 2 days prior, Leonardo Notarbartolo had walked into the vault alone and sprayed the sensor lenses with ordinary women's hairspray. The aerosol left a thin temporary film over the glass, severely reducing its ability to detect temperature changes. To block whatever body heat the coated sensors might still pick up, the thieves held a large sheet of cheap hardware store polystyrene foam directly in front of themselves as they moved in the dark. Polystyrene is a dense insulation material that physically absorbs thermal radiation. To the sensors, the vault was entirely empty. The Diamond Center spent millions of dollars installing state-of-the-art surveillance and detection hardware. A group of patient thieves defeated every single piece of it, using a few dollars worth of bathroom cosmetics and construction insulation. Working by flashlight, the crew used a custom hand-crank tool to snap the locks on 109 individual safe deposit boxes. They stuffed canvas duffel bags with loose diamonds, gold bars, and bricks of cash, packing up well over $100 million before vanishing into the night. They locked the vault behind them, leaving the crime scene outwardly normal, and drove to a safe house to divide the spoils. A team member codenamed Speedy was given one final logistical job: take all the tools, blueprints, and stolen surveillance tapes and incinerate them. But Speedy cut corners. Instead of destroying the evidence, he pulled over near a highway outside Brussels and haphazardly tossed the garbage bags into a patch of private woods belonging to a local farmer. The next morning, the angry farmer found the bags and called the police. Inside, detectives discovered a forensic gold mine, torn Diamond Center envelopes, the stolen VHS tapes, a receipt bearing Notarbartolo's name, and a half-eaten salami sandwich. The School of Turin had spent 28 months executing a mathematically precise, technically flawless infiltration of one of the most secure buildings on Earth. It was completely undone by a single moment of laziness. Investigators extracted DNA from the discarded salami and matched it to the crew. Just 5 days after the heist, Leonardo Notarbartolo inexplicably walked right back into the Diamond Center to check his office. Police arrested him on the spot. Belgium authorities eventually convicted 4 members of the team, but the master forger who crafted the duplicate vault key left absolutely zero forensic evidence behind. He was never identified, never arrested, and remains a ghost to this day. And then there's the loot itself. Unlike stolen paintings or marked bills, rough, uncut diamonds carry no serial numbers. They can be quickly cut, perfectly faceted, polished by experts, and quietly absorbed into the global black market within a matter of weeks. The Antwerp diamond heist forced a financial world to completely rewrite its vault security protocols. But the true legacy of the crime sits with the fact that over 2 decades later, more than $100 million in stolen wealth has simply disappeared without a trace.